Hello and welcome to TLC time. Today I want to speak to you about being a chaotic expert. That's right. You being someone who's the expert of creating order out of chaos, or simply allowing the two to exist together. That's what change is all about. And we live in a world now with the speed of information sharing and the speed of organizations overlapping and integrating, that change is the norm. It's inevitable, which is why it behooves you to be a chaotic expert, a continuous change agent. I recently wrote an article about this, and I wanted to go through some of the key components that I teased out in the article. So here's what they are. Reframe. Be an expert at reframing. Reframing all that you can control. So that's what reframing is about, is thinking, what is it that I can control, and how will I allow what I can control to inform my response, to inform how I go forward. And I like to reframe with these things in mind, top of mind. What are the positives? Tease out all the positives. What is the potential learning? And allow that reframing, the positives and the learning, to inform how you respond. Next is communicate your vision. And so when I think about that, the other way to say that is lead with why. And I hope that you're familiar with the really amazing video that Simon Sinek did. I think it was 2011. It was a while ago now, but it's one of the most watched videos on all of YouTube. If you haven't watched it, please do. He draws concentric circles and he gets you to fully understand how leading with why makes all the difference, particularly if you're introducing a change. So communicating the vision, tying everything back to how this change, how this initiative, how this effort connects to the organization's why, the organization's vision. Problem solve and innovate. Now, when I say that, I don't mean you. I don't mean you as the leader. I mean everybody on the team. Think about those that contribute those that contribute every day and aren't leaders. So they're the bread and butter. They're what makes everything happen in your organization. They're also the ones that know what needs to be innovated. They're the ones that have answers to problems that have existed for a long time. So engage everybody in the conversation of what problem we're solving, what innovation could take place, how we're going to jump into and embrace this change, and what we each will do differently. Growth mindset, and leverage a growth mindset for yourself and for those that you serve. And so maybe that starts with a conversation about what a growth mindset is in the first place. And the foundation of that is recognizing that every challenge is a gift and an opportunity. For those that are familiar with positive intelligence, the work of positive intelligence, you'll know that that's a key premise and I fully believe that we are successful when we look at every challenge as a gift and opportunity, and then we start to ask the meaningful questions to uncover and maybe even reframe what the gift and opportunity of this particular change or challenge is going to be, and allow it to unfold, allow it to appear and unfold naturally with your very, very intentional probing and growth mindset questions that you're going to ask. Resilience and mindfulness. We won't be winning at change or be a chaotic expert with having a solid sense of resilience that's born out of mindfulness, meaning that you as a leader have some great practices in place for reflecting, perhaps even journaling, for having a mindful moment, perhaps engaging in meditation, so that you can create that place of centering before you're going into a meeting to talk about the pending change or the new initiative, whatever is going to happen, that you're able to get yourself to a place of mindfulness and presence so that you're capable of being that chaotic expert. When everything's going crazy around you, you're the person that can center and can approach everything from a place of mindfulness. And last but not least would be continuous improvement, that you speak about and create a circumstance in which there's iterations. So we say, okay, this is the change at hand and this is what's about to happen. And right on the heels of that you're offering that, of course, there will be iterations, and inviting that the innovation, the growth mindset, the other things that we've talked about, inviting others to participate and understand and know that their participation will be part of the iteration. That's the way that something is explained to me, then I feel all in, I feel bought in, I feel a part of the solution. And I know that it's not set in stone that there's an iteration that may be coming. And I feel on board with that. The thing about iterations is that you need to create a really solid feedback loop. And so that might be following a format like PDSA, Plan, Do, Study, Act. There are many feedback loops, frameworks that you can use for the continuous improvement. I advise that you find one and you stick with it, and that the team knows that whenever we have a change, we will create and we will follow a feedback loop that helps us understand what we've done particularly well and where we might continue to make adjustments and iterate. Here's the deal. Being a chaotic expert, a continuous change agent is necessary, and it's a choice. You get to choose if you will be the leader who embraces change and shows up with these types of tools, these types of concepts and ways for you to lean in and be seen as somebody who embraces change. It's the only way forward we have at this point, because change is inevitable and it behooves us to embrace it.